minutes, right? A very short time.
And then we try to use engineering principles like science, math, chemistry.
So you have like 20 pieces of spaghetti.
You can pick out any, like activity you in your mind and just twist it. Yeah, yeah, that will be faster. Yeah.
Brainstorm a couple different solutions and then pick your favorite one and tell us why.
I'm gonna go off of that and say maybe we even narrow down the scope, like design a school supply that you would like to have. And then maybe we just give them general prototyping materials like some clay, some popsicle sticks that they can create something of the general size and shape. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 starts to get a little bit.
They're starting to form their social peer groups.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, they do a lot of, sorry, but another thing they do in science is a lot of experimentation. Like this is when they start learning like the beginning of like,
So, like, it literally doesn't have to be
methods, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
Oh, I still stand by.
All right. Any activities coming into your mind?
I've been thinking about like experiments or like just doing like an open-ended collaboration.
That's good.
With,
Yeah.
Like bringing in older girls to like
Okay.
pair up with them.
Okay.
And they have like a small group of like 2 young, 2 of the older girls.
Okay.
And they like think of a project together
Okay.
to like kind of go out.
So who is your client? Like the older girls or younger girls?
Our
The
client
younger.
is a 6th grade class
Okay.
at an all-girls school.
Okay.
So the number of girls doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then they're paired with an 8th grade class.
Yeah.
And they work on a project together.
Okay, so they work with 8th graders together. I see. Okay.
Possibly on something that the 8th graders already have a basis of knowledge in. So
Okay.
the 8th graders can kind of
Yeah.
help the 6th graders, be an equal member of that project.
Yeah, but you still need some, like a context or content there, right?
Right.
Yes. Okay.
We're
Good.
still
Working on that. Good. 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 Yeah.
it's open-ended that way because, like it says, like they don't want like some like, so like you want them to like, you'll give them some.
When I was like probably 3rd or 4th grade, I did this activity where we had to just create an invention. They just told us we could make an invention. And I made a thing to turn on and off the light switch. You would, the invention was that you released a rubber ball and the rubber ball bounced and bounced up to turn the light switch on. It was so dumb. But that was the invention.
But you remember, right? It worked. Yeah. But you remember that. Yeah, it worked.
State the problem.
So this, so now we need to like.
and then incorporate. You want to incorporate
X number.
that is special.
Personally relevant and meaningful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Personally relevant and meaningful. Think about what girls like.
Well, I mean, and then
Well,
also.
because then we're not telling them what they like. They're focusing in on something that they've decided is
Because
what
they're
And they
it's
don't have to
personally
leave
relevant, so they might know it.
Right.
So like that's how it's personally relevant. It's very hands-on. I mean, we don't, so we're gonna have to draw it, like,
Either way.
what all we're gonna have to do with it. It's
Have
what
to
we
do
need to
something.
figure out, like with the hands-on portion.
potentially take, but
We need a geometric sketch.
materials like
Okay.
We need a geometrically based sketch.
you know, like literally I could pull out one binder right now, take a pen to it and be like, this is a pen.
Well, it depends on what type of, you know, it can take them a lot longer. 50 minutes, now, a geometrically designed sketch would probably, in 50 minutes would be, because they'd have to design it and geometrically lay out the layout of the, design the layout.
I think that would be 50 minutes.
Yeah.
If you write in the notebook with the
Do
switch
that.
pen, the
Oh,
pen
yeah,
keeps track of your
good,
movements and it'll upload it online.
They have one for the whiteboard also. I've seen that.
Sketch/design solution.
Generate ideas.
Oh, okay.
Remember.
How do we wanna incorporate like a role model or
White
mentor
also
in this?
doesn't mention.
You could be the role model.
Yeah, like, I mean,
Yeah.
Well, see, one of the things is we could have, more information on it. So if we need more information about the needs of the families, talk to us.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
ideas and then sketch design.
Could the family who meets the house be the teacher and their family? Could we do that? Because then it would, it increase communication with role model or mentor.
So maybe the activity pair with the families members.
The thing is,
Yeah.
if it was a fan, you know, this situation has come up in our school before, where their classmates loses everything in a fire.
Mm-hmm.
And so and the elementary kids just, they always go, oh, what can we do, what can we do? And so they're always doing things to help the families and things, at least that's from my experience.
We had an internet.
So making it
Only just kill all the
classmates,
smartphones from campus, but every single device,
it motivates.
like even the lights.
Were you hit with an EMP?
Because every device we had was basically smart. Like that's dumb. Every single light was a Philips Hue. Every single light. Every single speaker, every single fire exit, everything was connected. Did you not think what happened when like?
Do you have the content yet? Like, what's the activity about?
Yeah,
I can
so-
see. I can see. This is
We're
yeah.
outlining the steps of the activity, so that's
Right.
what we're gonna read.
Okay, 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 okay. But yes, I can see there's a design process there. Yes.
We're getting
Getting there. Okay, great.
You need all the pieces that are in a normal house. And rooms designed specifically for
Sustainable, but
Jane who needs this, and Billy who
I would
needs
say
this.
you give them a list of like, you'd have to give them at least
Something.
something, and then you keep it open-ended enough that they can like explore, but like you'll be like, okay, they need like
Oh my gosh.
a, like, just, I don't know, this size closet, but like they can, you know what I mean, like, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have them like draw, like then they can choose how the desk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you like keep it open-ended, but you give them like at least a little bit of structure, so that they, because otherwise, the family needs.
show me something I don't know.
And they're like, oh, my dream house, I'm gonna build it this way. So like, you have to keep it within this size.
That's good.
It's like,
I hope so.
Okay, keep working on it. I'll give you a couple more minutes. They're still working on it. Yeah.
So they're using their math dimensions.
Oh, so you
working
can
on
tell
concept
around
area
how
as well as improving collaboration skills.
But not exactly. So it's as far as the French. So basically, you got camera capture, and then encode that entire image. So is it more body shape? No, it's more the infrared reflection. Oh, infrared
I know.
reflection. So
They didn't
it's
write
not
that.
technically
But
body
you
shape.
had, I'm not, you should explain it this time.
Except for example,
than I
the
do.
difference in temperature, like with your head.
Yeah,
And
it
that's
makes
constant.
sense. Yeah.
That's constant, whether like you have a fever or
So
not,
you're good?
or-
You're good?
I think so.
Okay, good. Okay, so I think they're good too. We're still waiting for the. So you're good? Okay, good. All right. So that's. I think everybody's good now. So let's kind of share with what do you have? You know, like in order to address, you know, like as many as possible here, and then trying to get the elementary school girls like interesting about what you're gonna teach them. All right. So I think we started last time we started here. So maybe we can start with you guys first, and then so you know kind of rotate it. Yeah.
Okay, so the activity we came up with was kind of invention or like design activity where they would be prompted to design a dream school supply. So kind of what we mean by that is like, you know, maybe you come up with a binder that takes all your notes for you, or a pen that has, you know, 100 different colors that you can change at the press of a button. Doesn't
Okay.
have to be realistic, just something really fun. So the learning objective of it would just be like a basic understanding of the engineering design process, or even just, you know, ideation
Okay.
in terms of designing things. So they would be asked to state the problem. So they would get to choose their own problem. So whether they're really interested in art or maybe, you know, in writing, you know, they'll be able to pick a problem that's really relevant to them. So they'd state their own problem, and then they'd generate multiple ideas and sketch a design, which is where like the creativity element would come in, that they'd, you know, be able to create whatever they want.
Okay.
And then also within the time, they'd be able to make kind of like a rough prototype of what they designed with just like craft materials. So like clay,
Okay.
tape, you know, popsicle sticks. So, you know, if they were creating a binder that writes notes on its own, they could kind of just tape a pen up to a binder, you know, bring it up there to imagine what it would look like if it were real, so that they kind of get a hands-on element as well. I think if I were in 4th grade, I would like to do that.
So 4th grader. Okay.
Especially when you're in elementary school, buying school supplies is like the best part.
Yeah, like every time beginning of the semesters.
Pick out your pens,
Yeah. Yeah.
everything that decorates your locker. So.
Sounds good. Okay, critique. Okay, so so you guys, you know, like so now you look at their activities and you look at what the research says. You know, constructive critique. Okay, so what are they missing, and then how can they, you know, improve? You know, that's a great activity. I would love to. I mean, like if I'm 4th grader, I would love to do that too, right? But you know, like so that's kind of how can we help, you know, improve this to be more, you know, like based on the literature review. Okay, so anything? Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
That's a great activity I would love to do as a 4th grader, but I believe you are missing the role models and mentors aspect of the research on girls.
Okay, then if you are, then how will you, you know, like,
How do I help them?
yeah, what's your idea of, you know, like putting a role model in there? Yeah.
Maybe they could find a role model in their specific fields, whether it's binder note taking or something else, and use them to kind of build off of what that role model knows and create something perhaps more advanced than they could have done on their own.
Yeah. Or she will be the role model, right? I mean, like, yeah, like you can design your own, you know, 4th grader school supplies. Yeah, and I'm Purdue student, right? so that could be anything else from maybe these groups, you know, critique, you know, like anything you like about, anything you think they can, you know, need a little bit improvement.
Are you guys having them do it in groups? Because
Yeah.
collaboration is really important. So I didn't
Yeah,
know if
so I
like
guess that's the one thing I didn't mention, that we were kind of imagining groups of about 3
okay,
people,
so that they could all communicate fairly. Okay, so then you
because it would be tough to do it on your own.
yeah, that's what I wondered. So
Yeah. So, but even though they work in a school, but they will have their own, you know, drink supplies to working on, or they work in just one supplies, you know, like if they're working as a group,
If they were working as a group, they would all work from the same
just the same one thing.
set of supplies.
I see. Okay, sounds good. Any questions for this group? All right, we're gonna moving on. I think maybe let's just starting with that's just this group. So what do you have?
Okay, basically we've designed an activity that we wanted to work on their collaboration skills.
Okay.
And we wanted to work on their, the concept of area and mathematics and sketch, drawing to scale.
Sketch. Okay.
Those type of things. The problem we set forth was, okay, the Jones family in your classroom has lost everything to a fire. Then we need, they need to be a design for a house to replace, and it needs to fit the needs of the students. And so, they'd have buy-in because they know these students, they know the family, and then they could say, okay, we need to have this type of room for Jill or Billy, or Joe needs this type of room. The family needs this much space. And so then the idea is they, if they need more information, they come to the teacher and say, hey, what is the need for this? And, so the teacher can give out more information as needs progress.
Okay.
And, and the idea is to do a sketch and work on size and area.
Okay. Okay, so pretty much kind of like a prototypes and kind of like sketch of an area. So that's the only maybe the first lesson for you to, okay.
15 minutes.
15 minutes, just let's go. Okay, so just kind of like doing like mathematics and scaling. Okay, great. Okay, any from your groups wanted to, like adding up? Yeah, anything missing? Okay.
I think that's the main stuff.
Okay, that's the main stuff. Okay, critique, constructive critique. Yeah, anything like you heard, you liked about this activity, but maybe can use a little bit, like improvement here. Okay.
I guess my one question would be, what would be the format of them actually completing the activity? Would it be on like a nice big whiteboard, you think, or on a piece of paper?
Whatever would work, because some kids would like to do the whiteboard, and then I can see some of them doing paper. So it would depend on what was available in the classroom.
We could do different options, because you know how like they have those big papers that a lot of people write on, so we could have them like choose where they'd like to, so that they can, because like she says, every elementary kid likes to do things different, so like they can do it like that with their group. So.
But one of the things is, I think that's the question, said like scaling, like mathematics, if, if using the, just regular papers, is the mathematics could be embedding in there, or, you will be more structuralized using kind of like, grade paper, and then so people can, so kind of like that. So you're adding a little bit more, like a content there. Yeah, good critique. Anything else from this group? All right, very good. Okay, so now we'll move to the next one. Yeah, so what would you have? I think you have a very different structure than other people's. Yeah.
We actually had the modifier structure, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, originally, what I believe you're referencing,
Yeah.
we wanted to pair the class of 6th grade girls with the class of 8th grade girls. But that didn't really fit into what we wanted to do. So we're going to shift the mentoring role from 8th graders to the role of bringing in a local newspaper editor
Okay.
to put together a book of science, I guess now you knows. So we want each kid to bring together and write an article for this book that has a different scientific fact in it. I know personally when I was a kid, I always loved animal facts, so I'd probably write one about the different animals. And whatever random animal fact that I happened to have on my mind that day. And while they were doing it, they would get some feedback from someone who actually works with editing books, with writing, and they would learn, I guess, some aspects of scientific writing, which isn't necessarily, pure STEM, but it is an important aspect of everything that you do as a member of the scientific community.
So kind of like doing research, kind of like this is the book, how you write down the information and doing the research in this, particularly 50 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Constructive critique. Anything that you liked about this activity? Anything you would like to think a little bit? They could use a little bit improvement. Okay, go ahead.
Sounds like a cool project. I was just wondering, would the journalist or the professional that would come in, would they then publish this book and bring it back to the class? Would it be done in like a series of classes, or is this like a one-time 15-minute class?
Well, I guess I guess it probably would go best over a certain number of classes, but given that we have a 15-minute time constraint, it probably could, I guess, knock out this within 15 minutes of computer lab, and then the professional can come back for another class and be like, oh, here's the work that you guys did. Look at this book that you have. You can bring it home to your family and show them you can read it. You know, you can gain something from what you as a class put together.
Very good. All right, so at the end, are you smarter than 5th graders? All right, so if you think, like elementary students are kind of not capable of, learning things, well, you probably can think of a little bit. Let's see whether if we can do this. Hopefully we will. Let me just copy the link. Okay, I guess it's not gonna let me to do it. I was, oh, here, okay, let me see. Maybe, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, copy. What happened? We don't need this. Oh my gosh. All right, so some classical music, I guess. Okay, here we go.
Hi everybody, I'm Jeff Foxworthy, and welcome to the show that gives grown-ups the chance to prove that they are actually smarter.
Okay, everybody know this show, right? So we're gonna start with the 3 minutes, and then so let's see whether if you are smarter than 5th graders.
In the sentence, Questlove is a very good drummer, what part of the sentence is the word very?
Okay, did you get the questions? I'm gonna rewind. All right, so I'm gonna play. Okay, so let's see.
What part of the sentence?
Write down your answer, or inside, shout it out in your answer.
In the sentence, Questlove is a very good drummer. What part of speech is the word very?
He means the 5th grader.
You're not even going to check for help on this. You think you know this?
Which is very. Very is if he's
Talk this out because I'd really like to hear it.
Well, I'd say you're describing how well he is at drumming. So I would say maybe is it an adjective?
Who says adjective? Who thinks it's adjective? Okay. Okay. Now let's take a look.
Are you asking me?
No, but if he's a very good drummer, he's very good. All right, he's giving me these cool eyeballs, which means don't go for it. We should maybe talk? Yeah. All right. Let's talk for a little bit here.
So you're using your cheat. I want to establish this on the first question.
Don't call him a cheat, all right? He's a nice kid.
He's using the very cheat at this point.
Questlove is a very good drummer. It's not an adjective.
No.
It's not a verb, but it's an
Adverb.
It's an adverb.
Okay, it's an adverb. Okay, let's see whether you are smarter than 5th grader. Okay, let's see.
Take care. Good luck with everything. Get out.
So you're locking in adverb?
Yeah, we're gonna lock in adverb.
Lock in adverb.
Yeah.
So you said adjective. If you had only said adjective, you would have been 100% incorrect. Trace is right. It's adverb.
All right, very nice. Thank you for coming to this class. You are very smarter than 5th grader.